Yeah, well done. Thank you so much, and thank you, Fran, as well. Your information was amazing. Okay, so who wants? Hush. Who wants to build their empire strong? Excellent. So the next topic is exactly that. There is a lady, you're all amazing, don't get me wrong, you are all amazing, but there is a particular lady in the team who's just like, she's in a whole new world of her own right now. She is taking over. And because of that, I thought, you can stand up and tell us what you're doing. So, would you lovely ladies like to come up? And they're going to teach us about recruiting.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Wow. This is scary. Can I just say well done to everybody who's stood up and spoken today, because it's not easy to do. It's pretty scary standing up in front of 250 odd women and kind of, especially the ladies, Stacey and Coral, with their personal stories. It's not easy. So well done. So my name is Lianne Anderson. You might recognise me from Sassylash dolls. My team is Vanity Flair. I joined in the very end of December, and I am blue status, knocking on the door of green.
She's hitting green this month.
I am green this month, 82% last month. Oh, that last little push. So this month I am going green. I've got nearly 40 ladies in my team, and most of them have come from my cold market from recruiting in groups. So thank you so much for asking me to talk today, because yes, it's out of my comfort zone, but I feel really privileged to be here sharing my knowledge, and it's just another way in which Unique's helping women all over the globe. Okay, so my first tip, and some people would argue the most important thing you can do before you even think about recruiting, is to go onto your personal timeline and see how it looks through the eyes of any potential recruits. So your profile is your brand, and you want it to be appealing, and you want people to want to engage you. So always, always, always have a photo of yourself as a profile picture. The amount of times I see the Unique brand as a profile picture, or a puppy, or babies. I love babies, but people want to speak to you. So have a photo of yourself where you think you look welcoming and friendly, and a photo where you think people will want to speak to you. As for your cover photo, something uplifting and friendly and girly and feminine, and again, something that's going to draw people into your page. Have a look on your timeline at your posts and see how it's reflecting on you. So you want it to be a really good mix of positive personal posts and unique posts, because any prospective recruits are going to want to see what's going on with Unique on your profile. So on my most successful night in the groups, I recruited 6 girls in 24 hours. And I achieved this because on my timeline was a post that said, my existing team are doing extremely well and all working on their businesses with Unique. And I now have time to work with another 5 ladies or gents to make sure that they have the same success, something along those lines. PM me if you're interested. And I didn't put that on there for my friends, I put it on there for the people that would see it who I hadn't become friends with yet. So my team, my existing team, very obligingly went onto that post, and they all said, thank you so much for the opportunity, we're loving Unique, we're having such a wonderful time, looking forward to the future. And so anybody who was going onto my profile could see that my existing team were really enjoying their business, and it gives me credibility. Anything I can say, they know that they can believe it. So make sure your profile is it's your brand. Make sure it reflects well on you. we've already spoken about best times to post, and I really do want to reinforce that. When I first started, I went a bit recruitment crazy, and I went in the groups all hours every day. And from my experience doing that, you don't get as many responses during the day as you do in the evening. So I actually don't bother going on in the day anymore. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I don't, unless it's Australia or New Zealand. People don't have time during the day to go on, and if they do go on, they might see your post, but they're working, or they're at the supermarket, or they're with their kids, and they don't have the chance to actually respond and have a conversation with you. So I go on in the evening, in particular a Saturday and Sunday. That's when I've had my best results. Sorry, were you? This is on Facebook. I think it's in one of the groups. Is it in Sassylash Dolls, this? Yeah, I can, if you email me after, I'm Lianne Amanda Anderson on Facebook, and I can send it to you. It's a really handy infographic. Okay, so that's when to post. Now, where to post. Buy, sell, swap groups are a fantastic opportunity to reach. Sorry, am I not near enough the microphone? I've never used one of these before. Buy, sell, swap groups are a great opportunity to reach a large audience very quickly. But be careful which ones you go in, because not all buy, sell, swap groups allow posts for job opportunities, which I'm sure most of you are aware of by now. The ones for the big towns and counties and cities, they've had a lot of unique posts. So some people need to see posts an average of 6 or 7 times before they commit, but some have been a bit oversaturated. So my advice would be to look for towns and cities, I think Tasha said earlier, in each county, and approach them, because they haven't had their fill of unique yet. Also, hobby groups. It's good if the demographic is women. The salon groups and the makeup groups, I don't tend to recruit in there, but I do go in there and I make friends with people and I have conversations about makeup, add them as a friend, and they see that I do unique once they're my friend. They see my profile, they see my timeline, they see my successes, and it makes them want to inquire. So that is the crux of attraction marketing. So the same with the network marketing groups. I actually started my own network marketing group called MLM Chat, and I've made friends with a lot of network marketers in there, and we all share free resources for network marketing books. But one chap actually shared his whole self-development library, which was worth thousands of pounds. So come and join my group, meet the other network marketers. Don't recruit it, it's spammy. Not in the network marketing groups. Make friends and see what happens later down the line. So now you know when to post, you know where to post, and now the question of what to post. I have tried so many different things since I started, and it is trial and error, but there's 2 posts that I've had the most success with. So the first one, I always use a photo of myself, because people buy from people, first law of sales. So I use a photo of myself that I think, again, is welcoming and people are going to want to speak to me. In the first one, you can't quite see it, but it was your typical sales post. Lots of emojis to make it stand out on the timeline. And the pictures that I thought were most professional and best represent our range. And it worked, it did work, but I don't use it anymore. I tried a different tact a while back, and I've had more success with this with this post, which is my personal story and why I personally joined Unique. And it's genuine, it's honest, and it's true. So basically, my story, I feel people can relate to it. My husband and I went into liquidation last year, and it was one of the worst years of my life. And once you have worked for yourself and you've had your own business, the thought of going back into a 9 to 5 is crippling and lining someone else's retirement fund, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. So I put up my story, no unique photos on this one because I felt that people were just skimming past them because they're so used to seeing them. So it's just a photo of me. Now a point I want to make on this, when you post, you are going to get negativity, it happens. But each and every single woman in this group, you are all working on a future for you and your families. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and if people are negative, let them be negative. Don't let it bring you down. Don't let it change your mindset, because your mindset is one of the most important things you can have in network marketing. I kill it with kindness. I do respond, and I think it's a really good opportunity to show my personality. And if I'm kind, if I don't react, that's a good one. I respond, I don't react. If I react, I'm going to look bad. If I respond in a kind way, it makes the other person look bad, and anybody that's sitting on the fence might be convinced to actually PM me and say, go on then, tell me what it's about. And my best recruitment post ever started with a person commenting on this, saying, another loser. I was like, I think I just said something like, I'm happy and I'm doing well, why am I a loser? And everybody came on and just said, that's horrible, leave her alone, yada yada. And everybody was asking me for information. So that is my advice with negativity. You are going to get some, but don't let it knock you. Don't be a spammy, Mark. What does spam mean? Spam. It's when you've got a copy and pasted message and you just put it in a group and you don't really give any regards to what that group is about. So I go into wedding groups a fair amount, and as an example, I'll go into that group and I will say, hello ladies, congratulations on your engagement. My name's Lianne. I give a little bit of talk about the opportunity, and then at the end of the post I say, if it's not for you, best of luck with the preparation of your wedding. And I think it shows people that you're not just spamming, you're not just going for the numbers, but you've actually given some thought to your post. I see quite a lot of girls who've copied posts of other people's recruitment posts to their phone, and they paste it, and people can tell that it's like a photograph of someone else's recruitment post, and that is spam. Also, if you've got another lady who's from Unique, and she's already posted in a group, give her some airtime, because she deserves it just as much as you do. So no posting on top of other Unique presenters. There's enough groups to go round. Okay, so then you get that much coveted response. And my first response, the first time I got one, was, I got really, really excited and just jumped on the person. And it came across as a bit desperate, if I'm honest. So you have to try and disconnect yourself from the result that you're going to get. So my advice would be to keep calm, go on and add them as a friend. That's the first thing you need to do. And I don't know if many people know this, but on Facebook, in your inbox, you've got an other folder. Does everybody know about the other folder? Yeah. No, there's some no's I can hear. The other folder can only be accessed from a laptop or PC, and if someone's not on your friend list and they send you a message, it will go into the other folder.
You can get it on your phone now.
You can get it on your phone now. Okay.
The actual website through it, not the mobile app.
Not the app. Okay. So you can access it through your browser, not through the app on your phone. So everybody check. You probably have messages from ex-boyfriends and stuff. I know I did. Yeah. So have a check, because you really don't want to miss recruitment posts, and I found quite a few of mine have gone in there, especially if people don't have a really strict profile. I want to speak about rapport. I know Natasha's already mentioned it, but it's extremely important. And what I will add to Tasha's comments about rapport is that I found a really great free resource that you can all get on your phones. And it's a network marketing podcast. I don't know if many of you use podcasts, but it's like a radio show. And it's called Amplified Network Marketing by David T.S. Wood. And every week he interviews someone who's been incredibly successful in network marketing.
Can you say that again?
Amplified Network Marketing. By David T.S. Wood. And what I do, my car is my university, my bath is my university. When I'm doing the housework, that's my university. I'm always listening to either one of my self-help audiobooks or this podcast because it's a one-stop shop for all of your network marketing needs. And he has a really good podcast on rapport. I'm actually studying to be a hypnotherapist as well, and we talk about rapport. We talk about mirroring and copying language, and it works a treat. So rapport, if you can meet someone in person, that is the best way to build rapport. But people buy from people, so you really need to work on getting a good relationship with people. We're not in the business of getting people. We're in the business of bringing people in, bringing them on and nurturing them so that they have the same success as you. So when you go into your recruiting, don't see it as getting people. You're going to have a long relationship with them. And again, that's where rapport is going to come in handy. So how do you get rapport when you're online and you're not with them face to face? That's a tricky one. It's not easy because they've asked about the opportunity and they don't want you to stall, they want to know about Unique. So what I do is I go into their profile, I note anything that I have in common with them, I will see where they're from, and then I will respond to them by thanking them for their interest, being really bubbly and happy, and give them a genuine compliment, or ask them if they've heard of Unique before, ask where they're from, what they're doing at the moment. Any of those options will work to get a conversation started. And you want to get a conversation started because if you respond to recruitment posts just by saying, yada yada yada, this is Unique, this is what we do, this is our comp plan, this is our statuses, they're going to read it, they're going to switch off, and they're just never going to respond to you. So you want to get a conversation started. And when you get that conversation started, use this as an opportunity to build rapport. But like I said, don't stall for too long because people actually, they'll wonder why you're stalling and they want to know about the opportunity. GoPro. Has everybody read GoPro? When I first read GoPro, I thought, it's a good book, but my way's better. And it's not, it's really not. I tried GoPro for the first time when I had that really successful night recruiting, and I've used it ever since. And I created a video for my team telling them, please, if you do nothing else, please watch this video and use this method, because GoPro, Amber uses it. Who went to Amber's seminar in London? The method that she spoke about, that script, that was GoPro. So we get overexcited sometimes, like I said, and we write those long essays about what's involved in Unique, and it's very overwhelming and it's very off-putting. So what I would do is create a video. If you're speaking in that video, it's another way of building rapport, and I tell all of my people that I'm speaking to in a PM that I made the video and it's me talking. If you're not confident enough yet to make your own video talking about the opportunity, maybe your team leader has one. If your team leader doesn't have one, Amber's got a really good one, and we're in her downline and we're allowed to use it. It's her new presenter orientation. So make sure that's a handy link that you have on your phone. And there's a very special way in which to present it, and this is where GoPro comes into it. Can't really see it, I'm sorry. So Am I boring you? Sorry. Okay, so the less you say about the opportunity, the better. A couple of lines to build rapport, and then you say, either I or my leader created a video which covers everything you need to know about joining. Now this is the important bit. You say to them, if I sent it to you, would you watch it? And Eric Worre's done the psychology behind this, and people feel like they're getting something for their efforts, and they always say yes. So if I sent it to you, would you watch it? And then you don't say anything else. First one to speak loses. They come back and say yes, and then you say, that's great. When do you think you'll be able to watch it by? Or when would you listen to it? And you don't say another word. Then they would come back with their response, and then you agree to follow up with them at that time. So then you give them enough time to watch the video, and at the time that you've agreed upon, you go back to them and you say, hope you're having an awesome day, keep it friendly, and then say, did you get a chance to watch the video? And they will come back, hopefully saying yes. And then you don't say, what did you think? That is not the way to go about it. You want to say, what was your favourite part, or what did you like best? Get something positive about them, about their experience, because then you know exactly what's important to them. If you don't assume that what's important to them is what's important to you, by asking that question, you're going to find out exactly what it is that means the most to them. So it might be that they're going to meet a lot of people. It might be that they like the comp plan. It might be that they like the incentives. But by giving you that answer, you can then reinforce that aspect of the business. So they might come back and say, I like the fact that you've made so many friends working for Unique. And you can say, oh, that's my favourite part too. It's amazing. I've made so many friends. We do this, we do that. We go and have team meetings. We have bi-monthly conferences, something along those lines. But it gives you an idea of what means most to them, and that's so important. So reinforce it, and then say, I feel like it's a really good fit for you. Would you like to get started? Now they're either going to come back and say yes, in which case you send them the link, and then don't leave them in the cold. Please nurture your teams, because that's what's going to grow your business. It's not just about recruiting, it's about replication as well. So send them the link, get them into your team group, get them started in that way. And if they say no, then you will want to say, I completely understand that. Starting your own business is a big step. Would you be open to more information? If they say no, it's not for them, it's not for everybody. If they say yes, then get your sponsor involved in a three-way conversation, and they can edify you, and you can edify them, edify the business. And it means to big up, sorry, the best word. And they can support everything you've said. And then hopefully after that they'll be ready to join. If she didn't watch it yet, be very polite, say something like, I completely understand that, I'm a busy mum. When do you think you definitely get the time to watch it? And repeat the process and follow up. Eric Worre explains it beautifully, so if you haven't read GoPro yet, definitely recommend it. Okay, so after they've watched the video and they've come back to you and they've signed up, ask for their permission to add them to the Sassylash dolls so that they can see the ups and downs of the business themselves, because you want it to be right for them as much as you do for yourself. So add them to Sassylash dolls, and don't overwhelm them by tagging them in a million files. I see this all the time, and I just say to my team, tag them in this one video to start with, because it can be really overwhelming when you see all this stuff in one that you have to learn. It can be really off-putting. So drip feed them with what they need to do, one thing at a time. Keep in contact with them, make sure they've watched it, then put them on to the next thing. That's my personal opinion, and that's what I do. It's also why we ask for no negativity in Sassylash dolls or any of the team groups, because that's what your upline's for. And if you're posting really negative posts, like photos of gammy eyeballs, it's not just harming your business, it's harming all of your Y sisters' businesses as well. So don't put it, it'll get deleted, and for good reason. Self-development. I talk about self-development a lot because I love it. These are some links I can provide you with afterwards. I'll put them in Sassylash dolls with Natasha's permission. We all know Eric Worre. Get a YouTube coach. Amber has so many videos, I'm sure most of you are already following them. And Sherry Brown, there's so many free resources out there that there really is no excuse to be doing your self-development and learning the tips of the trade. Eric Worre's got a video, recruit 30 people in 30 days, is it? 20 people in 30 days? So, watch it, it's good. You've earned it. So that's my advice. It's proven really successful for me, and I hope that it proves really successful for everybody in here. I'm very happy to give you any of my resources and help you in any way I can. One thing I want to say actually in closing is that if you can meet up with your recruits in person, if they're in your area, I would highly, highly recommend it, because again, it's all about building rapport. And take a slideshow with you. You can download SlideShark for your iPads, and you can run through the slideshow in person. You can take the makeup, they can see it, they can see for themselves the quality.
What was that called, sorry?
SlideShark.
You can now have Microsoft PowerPoint on iPads.
You can have Microsoft PowerPoint on iPads as well. So download a presentation app on your phone and talk through. Most of my recruits that are local, actually, Bethany, she's here today. I went all the way to Bristol to meet Bethany from Bournemouth because I just think it's that important to meet your team. That's everything. I hope you found it useful. Thank you for listening to me.